Back again, we're still in Athens. You don't know, Arsenal played last night 1-0 away to the Arsenal in the Europa League. That, for me, that counts as a 2-goal. And it was an atmosphere where it kind of bit a strange atmosphere. You know, they got some big mesh around the pitch, blocking out most of the play. They push you in the corner. They hold you back for over 2 hours last night. And there was armed police, the riot police there, I should say, for the whole game and stuff like that. But we still go there, and as we know, Olympiacos, it wasn't an easy ground. They haven't lost there for over a year. And we'll go there, we'll beat them 1-0, take them back to the Emirates and do it again. So we're going to rate the player them, and we're going to start off with Leno in goal. I mean, Leno does his job last night. You know, when you have to make the save, he made the save. And as we know, Leno is a good keeper, and he's been all in the fold for us for long now, and he's keeping us in this game for long. And today I'll give Leno an 8 because I mean he makes some good save. So I'll give him an 8 today. Ryan?
Yeah, no, I have to agree with that, man. An 8 for Leno again. Reason being, he really did show his shot-stopping skills that have been saving us a lot of points this season. Some of them draws in the Premier League could have actually been losses if it wasn't for him. Distribution, not the greatest again, but he did keep us in the game, so I'm going to say an 8.
More?
8 for sure. What can I say? Showstopper. Amazing Leno in goal. Show-stopping a lot of shots. The only thing, distribution could be a bit quicker, but I saw a bit
Always
of an
have that with him, innit?
Yeah, I saw a bit of an improvement today though. It seemed like he passed the ball out a bit quicker.
Yeah, so
overall 8.
Overall 8. So yeah, 8 I think is a fair score. So we're gonna go with Squadron Mustafi. I mean, Squadron Mustafi come back in the game, and from him have that big mix-up at Chelsea. I mean, him come back and he redeemed himself, playing very well. I mean, no mistake. As we know, Squadron Mustafi always have a mistake in him, but we haven't seen that yet. Hopefully, he can last out the season if he call upon to play and do the same job. And I'll give Squadron Mustafi an 8 as well, because he played well last night, didn't make any mistake. Clearance, he was the one who passed that ball to Abba, 50, 60 yard pass to Abba, so to help create that goal. So I'll give him an 8, or maybe an 8.5.
Yeah,
Ryan?
Mustafi again, I'll give him an 8. Reason being, he was at right wing back, and I think he put in a decent performance. And considering how many fans have turned against him, how much abuse he has got, I think he has really picked up himself, and he's shown what he can do. I'm not sure how long he's going to last at Arsenal. I don't think he should be lasting too long. I don't know how much confidence we can have in him in the long term, but I think for this season he'll be able to see it out and put in decent performance. Like you said, it's only the Chelsea game, isn't it? Like with that one lapse of concentration. Even then, the rest of the game he was calm, man, especially the second half. So yeah,
and he's been playing good. So
he's been playing good, man. I'll speak the facts where it is, you know. 8, happy with that.
More?
I'm going 8.5 for Mustafi. His aerial abilities really pleased me. He's always looking to drive forward and bring the ball forward, to make forward passes. Sometimes he'll get intercepted, but that's what you want to see as a fan, bring the ball forward, get starts on attacks.
And he was doing that even at Bournemouth as well.
Yeah.
He was making that long diagonal pass at Bournemouth as well. So I mean, he's got it in him, and we'll have to see when playing now. You know, people have been backing him now. Everybody's saying he's been playing well. I mean, Arteta giving the vote of confidence, starting him over Socrates as well. Yeah. So I mean, we'll give him that. We're gonna go with David Luiz. I mean, David Luiz is been commanding, and he's showing a bit of leadership at the back, and he's been cleaning up, playing really well. I give David Luiz an 8 as well.
Yeah, David Luiz, man, an 8. I think minus the start of the season with Unai Emery, I think there's been some problems with David Luiz and Socrates at the start. I think they tried to outperform each other. Also, Socrates for a long time was our leading defender, also our most commanding, and now we've got 2 at the back. So he's brought those good leadership traits needed from a team like Chelsea with winning mentality. I have to say David Luiz has shown really good heart the last few games underneath Arteta. I'd give him an 8 as well. Happy with it. Yes.
More?
I'll go 7.5 for
Is it?
Luiz.
For Luiz.
Okay. I like his leadership skills. You can tell that defensive unit is much stronger with him in there. And the thing with him is he's very good at passing the ball. He doesn't make any mistakes, but sometimes he'll launch a ball up there, which is good, and he'll start an attack. But sometimes it's a bit more short passes, sideways passes. But he's not making any mistakes. It's just I haven't seen.
Yeah, and they're really playing well.
Forward passes. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go with Socrates. I mean, Socrates was playing out of position last night, bring him back to his home country, and I mean, he won the fort. We have to take him off about 10 minutes to go because keep on going down. So I will give Socrates, because he wasn't playing in his natural position, so I will give him a 7.5 as well, because I mean, he done the job that we asked him to do. What more can we say?
Yeah, no, I agree with that, man. I think 7 was alright for him as well. Listen, he came back to Greece, showed us again what he can do, showed us how well he did it. That got him to look how well he was at Dortmund. Really, he's been showing now that Arteta brought in some sort of commanding presence at the back. You know, we've been lacking defensively all season. Unai Emery started to lose it towards the end. Arteta showing us that these players do have it
something about.
Yeah, they do have it there. You know, that there is something there. You know, they are coachable. So yeah, I think a 7's fair for something as well, man.
Yeah, so we're gonna go in midfield. We're gonna go with my boy Ben Gouzi. I mean, we don't know how him and Xhaka play. They can play together, but people rather to play Xhaka and Torreira together because they think it's a more tighter, compact two. But Ben Gouzi last night didn't play that bad. You know, he was commanding in midfield, he was holding up the ball, because that's what we want when we come to a place like Olympiacos. You know, they're gonna be commanded, so we need that midfield to be there, and he was doing it. But the only thing I see at times him hold the ball a little bit too long, and he was getting a lot of kick as well. But I believe him create that on himself. But I'll give Ben Gouzi an 8 because he done what he was supposed to done last night. So 8 I think is a good score for me. Mo?
I'll give Guendouzi a 7.5. He moved the ball a little bit quicker, but at times he was taking a little bit too long. He was getting hacked a lot, so he fell on the ground quite a few times during the game. So he slowed down the game a little bit, but overall all his passes were accurate and he didn't really lose possession of the ball at all.
Guendouzi, I would say 6.5. The reason I say 6.5.
Wow.
Yeah,
well, that's a
I had
bit
to drop
low.
it. Now listen, that first half, he was getting hacked a lot. He was falling over quite a bit. He just needs to toughen up. I don't think he had the best of the first half, but in the second half, he did show us.
Yeah, but you have to understand, we're going to Olympiacos. It's not an easy ground to go to. They don't lose there. They score over 50 goals, and then to see we keep them at bay, keep them at, preventing them from score. And the midfield have a lot to do with it, and I believe he does what we ask him to do.
Yeah.
And I mean, the only thing I see that him all the ball just a little bit too much while he's getting those kicks. But I mean, I believe that score is a little bit harsh on him, but that's your score. Yeah. That's what you're going with.
6.
So we're gonna go with Xhaka. I mean, same thing with Xhaka. For me, Xhaka just not kicking, and that's my problem. Xhaka got a left foot. It's like a cannon, but he's not using it. I don't know if him don't have they don't give him the go ahead to use it or something, but he's just not using it. So I give Xhaka last night. It wasn't a bad game as well. Commanding in midfield as well. I give Xhaka 7.5. More?
I'll go 7.5 as well. Similar to Guendouzi, he didn't really lose the ball or possession of the ball at all. He drove forward a few times when we went on the counter attack. I believe he drove the ball for a counter attack that we missed towards the second half to kill the game off. Again, you mentioned just shoot, just shoot Xhaka. You've got a left foot. Just give it a go.
Yeah.
Nothing to lose.
More? Ryan?
Yeah, I think Xhaka 7.5. I think that's very fair actually. You got to remember that Xhaka is someone that has to be pinpointed as the player that has actually improved the most under Arteta. Beginning of the season, he was absolutely terrible, man. And it's exactly what you lot said, man. He hasn't been losing possession, but he does need to shoot more again. Maybe it's Arteta's management on that. Maybe he doesn't want him to shoot, but
I wouldn't believe that when Arteta don't shoot.
I know, but
knowing that Mbappe that left foot of his.
I agree.
So
but I'm just trying to figure out why it's all because he used to.
Yeah.
So
I believe if he start to shoot, I guarantee that he score at minimum 2 goals. If him just start, even if him average at 5 shots a game, for the end, from now until the end of the season, he will have at least minimum 2 goals.
Oh yeah, easily. Yeah.
So we're gonna go with who was in who will go?
Martinelli.
Oh, it was okay. So we're gonna go with Martinelli. I mean, Martinelli, he does his job. We know what Martinelli give. We know the energy that the youth bring. We know that he will run back. We know that he will put pressure. And I mean, he give Laka one. He actually give Laka a sitter and Laka put it wide. So I will give Martinelli an 8 because I believe that his work rate was out of this world last night. He was running at them, doing what he's supposed to do in more.
Sorry,
Got be a bird flying.
I'll give him a 7.5. His work rate you can't really fault. He put everything in. He just didn't really get that final assist or final goal to push him higher. But I was really impressed by him, and I was disappointed when he came off. I didn't think he deserved to come off.
I think so as well. Ryan?
Martinelli, I would give him a 7. I don't think he actually had the best of games yesterday, but we all know what he can do.
But don't forget that him give Laka.
No, I know.
Laka a sitter where Laka put it wide.
I agree with you. That was very frustrating to watch from obviously I'm a Lacazette support. We're going to get into that in a minute anyway. But yeah, I think a 7 overall. Yeah, that was a nice little assist. Laka should have got that in, but it's not Martinelli's best game, but I can't get onto Martinelli. We know what he can do, and we know that the desire is there, and he wasn't too bad, but it wasn't his best performance. I think a 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go with the man, Booyaka! Booyaka Saka! We're gonna go with Saka, and I'm gonna give Saka a 8.5. He was the one, I even give him a 9. He was the one who gave the assist for the goal, and in the Europa League, Saka have 5 assists and 2 goals. The youth is doing his thing, and as I said, this youth need to tie down to a big, lucrative contract. We need to give him a contract because we have people sniffing around, and you never know. This is football. He's got an agent as well. The agent look for big money, so you never know. So I will give Saka a 9 for him distribution, for him assist, for him work rate. We'll give him a 9 more.
All I can do is echo that. He was superb yesterday. With Saka, yeah, we need to tie him up to a contract really fast. There's other teams lurking around interested as well. His performance yesterday, amazing. He got an assist, kept a clean sheet. I mean, you can't really fault it. I couldn't give him a 10 just based on not scoring another goal or a second assist, because nowadays it's very hard to get a 10.
Yeah.
I'm very critical.
Listen, Saka at 9, and there's no question about it for me, man. Listen, we know what this guy is doing, man. Bits, he's doing bits, you know what I'm saying? I think a 9's very fair. He's been showing it all, even yesterday, like, you can see the commitment, you can see the desire.
Yeah.
Again, an assist. Need to tie this guy down, man. £3,000. I know you just got promoted from the U team and that, but 18 months left to run and 17 now, really. Needs to tie him down, man. £3 ain't enough. 50, 60k minimum for me.
So we're gonna go with Willock. And I mean, Willock, he didn't have the best game last night. I believe for me, I would have started Danny Ceballos in that position, knowing that Mesut Ozil wasn't there. I would need somebody who to create. And I believe Danny Ceballos is more a creative midfielder than Willock. Yeah. But I mean, he done the job. I mean, like I said, we get a clean sheet. So I'm gonna give Willock a 7. Ryan?
Willock, oh, you know what? 6. It's a bit harsh, I know. But saying that, I really don't think Willock had a good game at all. I think he looked lost out there, if I'm being very honest with you. We know what he can do. We know the desire and the heart and the work rate is there. He didn't have a good game though, man. I think a 6. Harsh, I know, but yeah, 6.
More?
I'm gonna go 7. His work rate was just superb. He ran his socks off. You tell he was trying, and he had to adapt when Martinelli came off. He had to jump on the left-hand side. So overall, I'll give him a 7.
We're gonna go with the captain, and that's Abba. And I believe Abba was the one who received that pass from Mustafi and give it to Saka. And I mean, Abba, you know him work rate from Arteta come. He's been working and he's playing out of position. Because you know Abba would like to play down the middle, but he's playing on the wing, and that's taking away goal from Abba for me. So I will give Abba 8 because you know him done the job that I'm supposed to do last night. Ryan?
I'd give Abba a 7 yesterday, and it's again what you said. I echoed it strongly. I do not like Aubameyang on the wing. It's not his fault. We know Aubameyang's game, man. He's someone that you actually really need to play in the right position. I think he's the kind of player that you just have to have him up front, man. He has to go through the middle. This ain't like Henry on the left. Aubameyang through the middle and he'd be getting a lot more, man. A 7's fair, but he wasn't terrible or anything like that. So
More?
I'm going to go 7.5 for Aubameyang. He done really well to get the assist for Saka to get the assist for the goal. His work rate's unbelievable. You could see him come down the wing and defend as well, and double up and help our defenders out. But he didn't get a goal in the end or an assist. So overall, I'll give him a 7.5. That's fair.
So we're gonna go with the main man now, and it is Lacazette. I mean, he get the goal last night, backing up, score against Newcastle, score again last night. So I'll give Abba a 8.5, Laka a 8.5, because why I give him a 8.5, even though he scored a goal, he missed two good chances, one in the first 5 minutes, and then Martinelli give him one again and then put it wide. But you know, he's get the chance again and he put it away. So I give him a 8.5. Ryan?
you know what? I have to disagree with that. Not completely, but I have to give him a 7. I know he scored. It's that chance he missed, and I still think his confidence is low. I think it's gonna come back.
Yeah, but he's coming back. He'll score again. So
I think it's gonna come. I'm someone for Lacazette in. Everyone that was chanting Lacazette out, I'm someone who wants him in because I know what he can do. He's not quite there yet. I think he's gonna miss a couple more chances, but he's gonna also bag some goals for us as well. A 7, maybe a 7.5. Then if that you may think that's harsh, but yeah, not
well. Is your score?
He wasn't the best yesterday, but he scored, and I think that confidence level he's gonna come back. Also, he scored away. Keep that in mind, innit?
More?
Laka, I'm going an 8. His clinicality is not there yet, maybe because of confidence, but I can see it coming back. He scored against Newcastle, you saw how much that meant. He scored against today and he got the winning goal in the end of the day. So I'll have to go for an 8, maybe more clinical, hopefully in the upcoming games.
So we're going to go with the substitution and we're going to go with Dani Ceballos. I mean, he come on, and I believe once Dani Ceballos come on, the game was a little bit changed because we're starting to move it a little bit quicker than how we used to move it in the first half and the second half before we made the substitution. And so I will give Dani Ceballos a 7 as well.
Yeah, Dani Ceballos 7.5. The reason I say 7.5 is because Ceballos has really been showing us what he can do since he got back in his team. I know he's been injured. I don't think he was in favour with Arteta as well initially when he came back from injury. But he's showing us that even against Newcastle, he was playing deeper. Now he's even showing us that he can drive forward. I don't think we're going to hang on to him. Real Madrid, even if they do sell him, I don't think he'll sign for us. But he's someone that I think is going to be a very, very key player for us until the end of the season. And I think us winning the Europa League, which is our most convincing route towards getting the Champions League spot, is going to be based around someone like Dani Ceballos playing in the team.
More?
I'll go 6.5, possibly 7, just based on him not being on the pitch for that long. Whilst he was on the pitch, you can see he's making nice passes, moving the ball quickly, drawing fouls towards the end of the game, which could have been vital. So I'll go for a 6.5, 7.
So we're going to go with Pepe, the next substitution. And I mean, Pepe come on and he was driving forward. This is what we want. And Pepe kind of game where he start to go wide now. Start to stretch the game and go wide. And I mean, the game, he didn't have a bad game, didn't have a good game, but I'll give Pepe a 7. Ryan?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think Pepe is 7 as well. I don't think he had too long on the pitch to make an impact as well. I do want him to start more games. I suppose Arteta had his reasons for not playing him, even though I've not fully agreed with Arteta's lineups all the time. I think he's another one that's going to be a very key point to us whether we get Champions League or not. I think 7's fair. He showed some glimpses, but again, not long enough to really warrant a proper score more than 7.
More?
Pepe, I'm going a 6. He didn't really have much time on the pitch, so I can't really give him a higher rating. He done a cheeky nutmeg, which is standard for Pepe nowadays. But yeah, I didn't see enough of him.
And we're going to go with Ainsley. I mean, Ainsley get about 5 minutes in the game or maybe less. Yeah. So we're going to give Ainsley a 6 because he didn't have enough time to do nothing. But as you know, he was on the pitch, so we'll give him a 6.
You know what, I think you summed it up. He only came on because hopefully Sarkozy just ain't injured too long, but that's the reason, just to cover that position. I don't think he was on long enough. On paper, 6 seems harsh, but really and truly, there's not much to say, really. So 6, yeah.
More?
I'll go 6 as well. He just came on the last few minutes and he held the right back position, helping our defence unit out. Made some crucial blocks from the box. So yeah, overall 6 will do for.
And we're just going to wrap it up. I will give the fans, because we was chanting, we were singing. So I'll give the fans a 10 to make it out here, because there's not a lot of people who come to the game. So I'll give the fans a 10, knowing that the situation that we was in, we couldn't get to do what we really want to do. And you know, Olympiacos Stadium is not a big stadium, and when they're ready, they're like not even 11 or 12. They're not even 12, they're like a 13 man when they're ready to sing. So I'll give the fans a 10.
Fans for me, 11 out of 10 if that's possible. More seriously, man, especially the section we were in, man. If you can hear from my voice, it's still not back, man. Chanting, we travelled out here. It's not the hardest place to come from in terms of come to for you in Europe, but still it's not the easiest, you know. Fans easily 11 out of 10, from the coach to the bar to the stadium to going on the coach back, you know, to the city centre after the game. Listen, 11 out of 10 straight.
Easy 10 for me. I mean, this has been my best trip. And my highlight was literally the coach going to the ground. Like,
Yeah.
It was pumping. It
Buzzing.
was loud. It was loud.
Because they tried to suck that energy out of us, and you know, we didn't let them do it.
Yeah.
We still go in there, we still chant, we still sing, even
And
though there was even more of them, way more than us, so they was chanting, singing loud, but we never let down. We still keep it up. So
Their fans are very loud. So I'll
very
tell you
loud.
that.
Like I said, I don't believe they are 12, they're 13 man. So anyway, my people, you don't know, like, subscribe to my channel, Yardman AFC. You don't know, Ryan Day here. They're staying until Sunday. I'm leaving today. Mo staying until Sunday.
Yeah.
So you don't know, my people, big up on yourself and watch out for it, because we will be traveling a lot with Arsenal. And you don't know, look out for it. Check out my channel. You don't know, my people, big up yourself. Over and out.
Bless.